Hey everyone, and welcome to BMX News, a weekly BMX news show where I forget to turn on my light and we talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. With that being said, this is live. We do it every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there are some people in the chat I want to shout out. We got all the way from the UK, James Ovens, Charlie Merle, Jess Grinager, Huck and Kier Korinsky. Who else is in here? Zenke, Old Fat Guy BMX, Stoney's in here. Noah McBride of The Scene's Not Dead. Travis S. is here as well. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to start this news video with a conversation. I'm going to bring my notes over here because I was watching this video particularly, that is on the screen right now. And it made me wonder something. So this is where the title and thumbnail of the news this week comes from. Is that I want to know what it takes for you to click on a BMX video. Like, you see a video wherever you see it, whether it's in your recommended on YouTube or wherever it is, what does it take for you to click on it? So there's a couple things that I think might be a factor in that. And I guess I'll wait to say what it would take for me to click on something until after I bring everything up. So, like, is it a name of a person that you've heard of before that you're already a fan of? Is it the type of riding? Is it the place that it's in? Thumbnail and art, okay. Is it the place that it's from or that it was filmed in, or a company that's associated with it? The name in the title, company name involved. Is it where you actually see the video at? I'm kind of curious about it because this video here from Octagon BMX featuring Lucas Schwelzerman and Janice Oriovic. Teams I enjoy. Okay. Teams. Okay. Makes sense. But this video is from Octagon BMX, which is a small parts and clothing brand out of Switzerland. And there's spots in Switzerland, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, lots of places. These guys absolutely killed it in this video. Street teams. Okay, that's fair. Referrals first, says Stoney. Rider second. Thumbnail third. Location adds bonus points to all categories. See, Jess, you can't know if it's originality in the riding or dedication riding wise until you watch it. So what makes you click on it? You gotta have something that makes you click on it from the start. Thumbnail and soundtrack, but you can't know the soundtrack until you click on it. That's why this is an interesting conversation, because I would say for me, I mean, obviously when I do the news, I click on everything pretty much that's posted on one of the BMX websites that are out there. Jerome Miller says, for me, it boils down to how much time I have. I watch all the videos I can. If I see it as BMX, I immediately watch it when it pops up. I don't search much unless you recommend it. If it pops up, I watch. There are definite riders I'll always watch, but it seems to be a mix of what style of riding is, who it is, and maybe the thumbnail. Seeing a sick, unique style is what makes me click on a video. See, that's what's tough. How do you know what the style is? Think of it as a tattoo studio logo. Someone takes the time to grab you with the logo, then they took the time to craft their art. What we talking about? Chase, I had a question. I wonder what makes you click on a BMX video to watch it? Like, the factors I brought up. Is it a person you've heard of? Is it the type of riding that you see that's in the video? Place that it's from? Company associated with it? Where you see the video? I'm just curious why people click on the videos that they do. And for me, obviously names come into play. There's certain people that no matter what, I'm just going to watch their video. Eric Elstrand, Rob Ridge, Pat Falco in Australia. Anybody that I know is a tech lip trick rider, I'm gonna probably want to watch the video even more. If there's a certain place involved, potentially, Clint Miller's backyard, just paradise there. Just the place could be a factor in it. I would say descriptions on websites make me want to watch videos when I'm doing the news more than other videos. If the description, like this small parts and clothing brand out of Switzerland, they also produce some amazing riders. That made me want to watch this video. Thumbnails, who, what brand in that order, I think. Yeah, company definitely would be a big part of it. If it's a team video, like Cinema's team right now is stacked. So I'm gonna watch a video from somebody from Cinema because I know that it's gonna be crazy. But it made me think about the fact that like you could have a video like this one with these two dudes who are incredible. Both these guys kill it, and there's lip tricks, there's dirt jumps, there's amazing street spots, and there's skate park riding in here. And I I see this video and I'm like, I don't know who these guys are yet, but I could see how a lot of people would just not watch this video because they don't know who they are. They don't know anything about Switzerland. And it makes me wonder, so the title probably is a huge factor in it as well. And it just made me think about how hard it has to be in BMX right now to get your name out there, especially if you're not from the US. If you're not in the US and mainstream BMX of the US doesn't know who you are, it has to be so incredibly hard to gain any sort of traction and have people find out about you. And this video made me think about that because the beginning of this video is super cinematic. It's extremely well done. The first shot is like this really cool thing. It has nothing to do with BMX, but it's like a cool shot that brought me in. And then you see this spot immediately after that in this slow motion Octagon BMX presents and carving this sick street vert wall. And then this crash. It's like people probably just skipped over this video having no idea who they are, but the writing in it is amazing and it comes out of Switzerland. So it just made me wonder what makes someone want to click on a video. So with that being said, watch this one. It'll be the first one linked in the description. There's everything from good lip tricks to really good jumps. Looks like really good jumps. So dirt jumping tricks, some amazing street spots, as well as some burly stuff in the streets. It's just really well done. Algorithm would be a sick topic to discuss too. So that was part of my question too, because you're on YouTube and you have random videos pop up, not just recent stuff. So like what makes you click on it when you see it on the right or at the end of a video and the recommended stuff pops up? What makes you click on it? So for anyone watching this after the news goes to a video and whatever after it's live, let me know in the comments what makes you click on a video when you watch it and really think about it because I'm curious. So with that being said, watch this one. Then we get into a couple highlight things. The Bloom BMX Awards 2023 are live right now to be voted on. There's 11 categories: park rider, racer, flatlander, street rider, trail rider, bull rider, rookie of the year, brand of the year, comeback of the year, backer of the year, and lenswoman of the year. So you have until December 17th, looks like midnight Eastern time, to vote on this and say who you think should win. And I think the format for this is just you type in who you think should win. Yeah, you just type a name. There's no options. You just kind of check on it. So yeah, Bloom Rider of the Year, Bloom BMX Awards available for voting. Then we got some photos to check out from Act Jam in Australia. If you guys want to check out some BMX photos, man, that's really good. That's a 3 table and it is beautiful. So, ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's a great point, Gary. where things are posted is a great thing to really consider, because if it's posted on one of the big BMX websites, what if you can't get onto one of those websites? It's an interesting conversation. Next, print matters. The dirt in our skin. So this is not something I would have ever thought would exist, but it exists, and apparently there have been others that have existed. This is a novel with BMX as the main subject and activity of the main characters in the novel, which is kind of interesting. So I'm not going to read the synopsis that's down below. You can read that if you want to. I'm just going to read a little bit about the background behind this. So there have been books to do with BMX. Check the mail only when certain it has arrived, from Andy Jenkins, Mike Daly's Valley, to Roy Christopher, who happens to be a flatland rider that's also written a handful of books. So this is just BMX riders combined with riding in some way. But this is a novel, and I'll just read what was written here. Writing about BMX from a fictional point of view that draws heavily from real life experience is not a well-traveled road. Enter J.J. Anselmi, a Long Beach, California-based writer and musician who has written for publications such as Vice, Revolver, the AV Club, and the New Republic. He also wrote the liner notes for the 2017 reissue of Sepultura's classic thrash record, Chaos AD, and plays drums in a band called Drainage. And now, 7 years from his debut BMX-related novel, he's back with a new project called The Dirt in Our Skin, a novel inspired by the vibe of the 2018 Jonah Hill film Mid-90s, but with East Coast trail riding and building taking the place of skateboarding instead of the skate shop. They're just hanging out at the Superdome, studying photos of ground chuck and pining for a new STA. Considering the recent demise of Posh and the amazing scenes that East Coast trail riding produced over the years, the subject is prime for novelization. Pretty cool. So if you want to read a book about BMX, this is where you could check it out. I thought it was kind of interesting. I saw this on Instagram and then see it posted up here. It's kind of cool. Then we get into the videos from this week. First up is Voicemail 1 with Jordan Godwin and the Juggernaut Pedal, where it's just some riding with Jordan for like a minute and a half of riding from Jordan, and him talking on like as if he was leaving a voicemail about the Juggernaut pedal. So there's a lot of B-roll in here with it showing the pedals. And I tried to click on it. There you go. And you can learn more about him if you want to. So check it out. Jordan Godwin kills it. And this pedal is interesting. It's a pedal with a flat bottom with no traction, pins on it, and then pins on top. Plus you can add metal pins or take the metal pins out when you get it. Then we have Guest List with Bethany Hedrick and Jesse Gregory with Odyssey. The Ramps Full Factory Warehouse getting shredded by Bethany and Jesse. Killed it, and the tail whip at the end for Bethany was awesome. Next, Ben Towell, Ask Who Cares. Heavy moves, technical moves, riding in the streets. Then we've got two videos from Japan with two super different riding styles. I don't know why I said super different. Ryoto Miyagi, Welcome to FTL BMX, and Hyde-Re, Welcome to JYKK BMX Team. Ryoto has no pegs and kills it doing pegless street riding. And then Hideyuki Kudo rides with 4 pegs and kills it with the pegs. And even the filming styles are totally different, where this one is standard def, looks like it might be filmed with a VX. And this one's HD with 2 angles on like every single trick. And yeah, they're well done. So check this out if you want to see Japan's up-and-coming riders were welcomed to different teams. JYKK looks to be a BMX store in Japan, and FTL BMX is Follow the Leader BMX. I think this is Billy Perry's gig. Next up, we got Nathan Williams' video from Cinema that came out last week on Friday called Terminal. Nathan Williams proving yet again that he is in no hurry to slow down in BMX. The dude is killing it. Everything you know and love about Nathan Williams is in here, including a street flare. I didn't even know Nathan Williams could flare, and he does one in the streets in this video. Really, really awesome. And then a rail ride at the end is the last clip, and it's a crazy and very far one. Next up, Edgeworks BMX Ranch Jam 2 in Lompoc, California. So you can see what went down at this jam. Then we've got Pavl Tensic WDGF 2223. This makes me feel like I just cussed somehow without knowing it. But this dude absolutely kills it. There's some technical stuff. There's some burly stuff. It's a really good one. Then we've got Jimma Dermo in a video called Jerks with the thumbnail getting Flip the Bird. This one has a really fun vibe to it with the song and then just the vibe of the video itself. Very well done. Then we've got my coverage from the Edge Skate Park in the Dan's Comp Jam that went down November 18th. This is everything crazy that happened, and I tried my best to put it together, so check it out. Then we've got Mike Stahl, Raw Dog. This is the raw version of his video that came out recently. Another stolid edit. So if you want to see the raw and everything that didn't make the cut, check it out. Then we've got coverage from the skate park of Tampa, Fall Brawl 2023 up on Profile's YouTube channel. This is getting longer in the videos at this point. 11 minutes, 36 seconds. Check out everything that went down. It looked like a really good time, and there were some hammers that went down. Love seeing Alex Lepak and Loopy killing it, as well as Ryan Torrance. I saw him in there too. I didn't get a chance to watch this one yet, being longer in prepping for this, but I'm sure it's good. Then we've got Legends of the Fall, the bowl and the hitching post jam highlights from Four Seasons Skate Park. Looked like there was 100 people just standing around the bowl watching this jam go down. Got Nathan Powell lurking in the back. I think this is Bailey Koenig's in here. And just looked like an amazing event. Looked like everybody had fun and killed it. Look at this wall they built in the background. And check it out if you want to. Then we get to the podcast stuff from this week. John Court's podcast. I had him on my channel this week, and we talked about his whole journey as a BMX frame builder, how he had the vision that he wanted to build BMX frames when he was 14 and then made it happen, how he slept on bike boxes in the floor of the Solid warehouse, kind of just because he wanted to do that and live there for a few weeks in the shop while he was building frames when he lived like hours south in California. You just gotta listen to it to hear it. It is worth it. Definitely was more than 100 at the Legends of Fall Jam. I was just estimating. Price is Right rules. You don't want to go over, Noah. Yeah, check it out. It's a really fun conversation, I think. Then we've got the Unclick Podcast with Michael Mogojon. Dennis and Fudge are on here talking to him and hearing his story from BMX Dream and Disaster. So I haven't heard this one yet. Haven't had a chance, but I'm sure it's good. Then we've got Canode Knows with Tony Maloof. 3.5 hours with Tony and Bobby Canode. I'm sure they get into a lot of good stuff in this one. And if you want to hear a podcast this week, there's 3 good choices to pick from. So with that being said, let me know in the comments after this goes live as a video, what makes you click on a BMX video, whether it's on YouTube or on a BMX website or wherever you see it. What are the different factors? Think about it. Think about when and how you click on a video, because you can't know the riding that's in it unless you read it in the description before you watch it. You can't know the soundtrack unless you read it in the description before you watch it. So if it's somebody you've already heard of, then that's probably a factor in it. But if you haven't heard of the person, like, why do you click on a video? With that being said, shout out to all 30 of you that are still hanging out for this BMX news. Hopefully you have a good Friday and weekend. And if it's dry tomorrow, it's certainly possible that we might be having the last session of 2023 at Apple Creek Trails tomorrow. So with that, thank you guys, and shout out to all of y'alls in the chat. Have a good day. When I see Brant's face, Kurt, you're great.